Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. I'm Jeff Thea. Along with me here today, Kim Wermersen, also Tom Kuhlman from Spirit Lake Noon Kiwanis. You might recognize the feature behind us here. That's where the paper goes for the Kiwanis paper drive. And gentlemen, first of all, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for doing this interview with us. We appreciate it.
Well, it's my pleasure. Known you guys a few years. Anyway.
Yes, we have.
Let's talk about the paper trailer here behind me. And I know, Tom, you know a lot of the history on this, and I'm sure Kim does too, but you've been a big part of this. How did the paper drive for Noon Kiwanis kind of get going, and how did we come to have this trailer here?
I think when the landfill rates started to go up and trying to conserve taxpayer dollars, Kiwanis started collecting paper, I think about 30 years ago.
Okay.
And so we had a market for that paper through a couple of companies, but today it's a company in Mason City. They provide the truck, and what they do is collect the paper, and hopefully we keep the paper and clean and sorted, because they take it to Mason City and unload the truck and have to sort out anything that wouldn't work.
Right.
Because they're making insulation out of it.
Okay.
So it's a process of running the paper through a huge grinder and grinding it up and then treating it with chemicals so that when it's blown into your attic or your ceilings in your buildings, it won't burn.
Right, okay.
That's kind of the process.
Well, it's a very useful product then to be recycled and come, so it's not going into a landfill or in the ditch or anywhere else, and a useful product for Iowans. How many ton would you suppose come through here a year, Tom?
We ship about a load every month.
Okay.
Pretty consistently. We get anywhere from $800 to $1,200 a load, depending on how heavy the load is, and Kiwanis just turns that around and puts it into programs for our youth throughout the county, really.
Okay. Well, let's talk about some of the programs, Kim.
Sure.
I know you guys have both been Kiwanians for many, many a moon, and some of the programs that go back for kids funded by the paper here.
Sure, there's a big variety, like Tom was saying, that we put back into not just the community but the county. Probably the most visible one would be the splash pad that's at Memorial Park. We're a big contributor to that.
Right.
We also do a lot of things that you don't normally think of, where like we have a drive going on right now where we're collecting coats and boots and mittens for kids, you know, because we're getting into that season.
Right.
But I brought a little cheat sheet because, you know, we give back about $25,000 a year back into the community, and this particular venue here is huge for us because it's probably been our mainstay for collecting funds for, like Tom said, at least 30 years, at least since I've been here.
You know, it's great in a lot of different aspects. Number one, it was one of the few fundraisers for a nonprofit that wasn't affected by COVID this year.
Absolutely.
And that, I mean, it's an annual thing. You can count on those dollars continuing to come in and go to help the community.
It really has been a challenge because a lot of those things that we do face-to-face with groups we're not able to do this year.
Yeah.
And that, of course, affects the people that we are going to help. And so this is truly a big deal for us. But some of the funds that go, I know we do scholarships for high school seniors that are going to go on to college. That's obviously a big thing.
Yep.
We are one of the only organizations, Jeff, that works with kids that are in middle school and high school and elementary too, where there are those programs. And we work just like a Kiwanis club, where they learn leadership, service, and giving back to the community. So we're really proud of those things are going on right here in Spirit Lake.
Fantastic.
So which is cool. But we do an annual Easter egg hunt, which is always fun.
Yeah.
We support Upper Des Moines. This is a cool project that we do too. And we've just started doing meals for families on Easter and Thanksgiving. And we take boxed food, we do it through Upper Des Moines, and we help families that are in need that way as well. We support the 4-H programs. We also are huge sponsors of the YMCA here.
Right.
We do lots of things with them. We have a Kiwanis Park, which is if you just keep going down the street down here, right on the corner, which is great. If you've not stopped there and had lunch, I recommend that you do that. We do a pastor appreciation every year.
Right.
Appreciating our pastors who do so many things, and a lot of times that goes unappreciated or unmentioned. So it's kind of nice to do those things as well. We recognize the Citizen of the Years. We take a look at all of the people within the lakes area who have given of themselves and served others thanklessly a lot of times.
Yeah.
And we recognize them, and we think that's been a really huge
For a lifetime of body of work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just been a huge thing. We also do a bike rodeo where in fact we just got done providing 6 bicycles for elementary students that couldn't afford a bike.
Yeah.
And so there's many of those types of things that are going on that are a big deal. So there's lots of things that this little trailer right here is providing and kicking back into the community, that we need folks to bring their paper here to this particular venue so that we can help support things here in the area.
Yeah, and we got to, and there are a lot of different forms of paper, certainly old newspapers, magazines, that sort of thing. How about like cereal boxes? Can that go, or where does the line draw?
Well, it's basically no corrugated cardboard is the biggest thing. Cereal boxes truly are paper, so to speak, and would grind up and make the insulation as well as newspaper. But keeping cardboard and plastic out of this trailer
it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Absolutely, and I know it's probably added to the problem. Just across the parking lot here, the city of Spirit Lake has taken away not only the cardboard vans over there, but also the plastic and that sort of thing. So people may think, well, cardboard is kind of a paper. Got to remember, it's not. It makes the process of Mason City a mess for the funds you're raising here.
It really does. So please don't bring cardboard here. Check with the provider that's doing your recycling pickup. I'm sure they're picking that up. And use the sources that you can. We're really looking for all the paper items that we can get to help support kids here in the area.
Yeah, and if you have an office or at your home, you shred your documents. Put them in a paper bag, bring the shredded documents in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, ask a Kiwanian. Is that a good idea?
I love that idea.
And I want to ask, Noon Kiwanis still meeting at Wesley Place through the pandemic?
We had not been for a while. In fact, we tried meeting virtually for a while, and that went okay. We met down at Memorial Park. We've just recently started social distance meeting at the venue there where we typically do at Wesley Place. So we're slowly getting back to some sort of normal. And for those people that aren't comfortable, we communicate online with them. But we're getting back to things. We just got done. We were a host of the Oktoberfest that went on, and so we're doing some of those things that are outside.
Yeah.
Trying to let folks know we're still here.
Yeah, and just a reminder that for all these things, and for waste management, I know for a fact in the city of Spirit Lake, wherever waste management goes, and I know the new containers are very new to you, but they do take the cardboard, they do take the glass and the plastics. You can put all that in there, so if you got big pieces of cardboard, just cut them up a little bit, shove them in there, and they will have bigger containers available at the end of October, 1st November. So waste management, if that's your recycler, you can get rid of those things. You don't need to bring it here. So, all right, my friends, well, so glad that Kiwanis is, in the face of everything that's gone on here in the last 6-7 months, Kiwanis is still doing great things for families and for the youth of our community.
We've been around for over 70 years. We're not going anywhere, are we, Tom?
No, well, I'm
You-
We're hoping they're going to stick around. All right, my thanks to Kim Wermersen and Tom Kuhlman again from Spirit Lake Noon Kiwanis. We thank them for joining us. We thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast. Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee is brought to you in part by Pure Fishing in Spirit Lake, the Scott Troutman State Farm Agency in Spirit Lake, Last Touch Painting and Cleaning, providing interior, exterior, and house painting and professional cleaning services in Spirit Lake, Okoboji Mattress Company, 1 mile west of the junction of Highway 9 and 71 in Spirit Lake, Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well, and Ducky's Marine and Motorsports Repair in Spirit Lake, Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner, Brand's Law Office in Spirit Lake, Ruthven Locker, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake, by Michael Thorson, Agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services located in Spirit Lake. Spec Engineering in Spirit Lake, Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio, newly located in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji. And by Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, advisors Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz.